Welcome to another episode of Let's Eat Orlando with Amy, Drew, and Biggie.
From Biggie's kitchen table.
I know, this is kind of interesting. We're trying something different. We got to experience something together, and we thought this would be a great time to also sit down and chat together in person as opposed to virtually on each other's screens.
Yeah, we don't always do that, but we've never done this actually.
No.
So here's the big news. It's my first time at Biggie's house, and he doesn't have anything here to make me a sandwich.
Well, let's be honest. Can I make you a sandwich? Yes. I do have some rye bread over there, and I have some turkey, but it's not to the level of like if someone's expecting me to make them like a sandwich.
It's going to be like a Dagwood.
Yeah, I'm expecting you to give you something like really good, and instead it's going to be like, listen, here's I got some leftover rye, some mayo and spice. Like, well, you like mustard, so I got a bunch of mustards, and I was like, and I would have some different deli turkeys that I got from Sam's, and I'd be able to make you something, but it wouldn't be that great. I probably would make you more grilled cheese, I think.
Oh,
is probably what I would do, because that's what we had for dinner like the night before.
The larger point is that I'm at Biggie's house and I'm not getting a sandwich. But
Correct.
We did get a sandwich.
We did get a sandwich delivered in a way that I've never thought I would get it. So I definitely thank you for giving me the opportunity to
thank you for hosting.
Yeah.
I had, by the time you guys will hear this, it would have been last week. But today we got a drone delivery of a Subway sandwich, which was pretty crazy. Like they put out a thing in the backyard and the drone came flying in and dropped this bag with a big... What is it called? The Turkey Titan?
Yes.
The Turkey Titan is apparently Subway's most popular sub. So that's what they gave us. And a big foot-long cookie and their new foot-long dippers.
Yes. With like 2 sauces or something like that. And it has like a bunch of sauces.
Yeah. But the coolest part, of course, was that it dropped in by drone. And by this time next week, I'll have told everybody all this already, but it sounded like we were being attacked by a swarm of prehistoric insects.
Yeah, it was.
It really did.
And it was so sunny out that you couldn't see it. So like it really kind of was just like it was just like a random bag just
the timing
floating.
of it was like the sun was directly overhead. It just happened to be directly overhead and it was a bright day and the drone comes in and we're both like blocking the sun. I think that a Biggie took videos, so that might be out by now. But we're both like with our hands over, and I'm like, I can't see it. And it literally sounded like we were going to get eaten alive by killer bees.
And that's all you heard. You heard like the bees, and it was just like a bag with a hook, and it was just coming down. And when you look up, you're like, "Where is there a drone? I don't even see anything."
Like an Ed Wood movie.
Yeah,
almost.
It was very, 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 very odd.
It was really fun, though. I mean, it's fun to think about and talk about, and I'm glad it wasn't really killer bees.
Yes. Now, we have talked about this. I mean, obviously, I do think that sooner or later this is going to be some form of future. Somehow they're going to figure this out. I'm not really excited about it. I don't think, just because I don't know. I kind of look at it as like, and you had a perfect example. Like it would be a black sky.
No, people are so lazy because already they use Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that stuff so much that if they could get things droned in, I just don't think it would just be a black sky filled with sandwich delivery drones.
And the other thing is, obviously, everyone would try, if like the option was there for you to have a drone delivery, you're going to be like, oh, I want to see a drone delivery. But it was even weird because even when we did it, they're like, please stand against the wall. So I was like, what? I was like, and I get it for safety purposes.
We've been watching cartoons too long. Like we want the robots to hand us our food.
I literally wanted it to come down. Like I don't want it to be 100 feet up. I want it to come down and like literally like, here you go.
Right.
And like,
I wanted to fly in the back door and put it on my plate.
Yes. Yes. So, I mean, and that's kind of one of the things where it brought my mind thinking about the whole idea of the delivery between the Uber Eats and all those things like that. I'd love to know it. And I don't know if you've had conversations with any like restaurants and stuff like that when it comes to this. Cause I mean, obviously there's a good and bad when it comes to the world of Uber Eats and restaurant delivery. It helps restaurants, provides them more access to, people to pick up. They don't have to pick a delivery person, but it's also very expensive. But then I'm also
they don't have control over what happens to their food.
Correct.
So bad things can happen. Things can get dropped. Things can get, shaken up or whatever. And then it's out of your hands because it's not your employee who's handling the food.
Correct.
And so there is a lack of control there that you have to, I guess, let go.
Yeah. And I think to me, that's the part where I think especially if there's something that you're making with lots of love and you're like, oh my gosh, this food. And then you have to hear the people with the reviewers, the people that review, and they're like, oh, it wasn't that good. I was like, well, dude, you ordered something that needs to be consumed hot, and it took them 20 minutes for you to get it, and you got soggy fries.
And this is why I eat in my car.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll be like, I'll take that right out to my car and just start eating it because they just gave it to me. I'll take a bite out of it right there in the restaurant if I'm taking it. I mean, most of the time, but there are places that I go that are prevalent for takeout. And during the pandemic, obviously I was eating a lot of stuff. Car food.
Yeah. No, and to me, I think that's one of the big ones where I think of there's some things that I'd much rather either pick up or I don't know. It's just like a mixture. Like I'd rather go into the restaurant.
You can't bring home French fries and then grade people on their French fries. Like you have to eat them there. You can't, it's like eating a donut 6 hours after they made it and being like, that was stale. Well, yeah, that's what happens to donuts when you leave them for 6 hours.
Yeah. And I think to me, that's the frustrating part, especially when you're doing when you're ordering certain foods for takeout and stuff like that. And I think to me, that's like, it breaks my heart to think about all the different restaurants that are like, well, I got to offer these things because it helps my restaurants.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say that I've ordered things from Uber Eats, but a couple times, I'm trying to remember. What did I ever have delivered? No, I don't think I did. Like I'd get like pho delivered, like that's not going to go bad in a container. There are certain things that are much more delivery friendly.
Correct.
Than other things.
Do you think?
But really, get off your couch.
Yeah, just go and visit the restaurant.
Yeah.
Sit down and eat at the restaurant, or if not, just go into the restaurant, say hi to the owners and the staff, and pick up some food. That's usually what I do. I usually will use like a food. For me, like one of the places I like to visit whenever we have menu anxiety at our house.
Menu anxiety. Can we just pause right there?
Yeah.
What's menu anxiety?
So menu anxiety is when you go to a restaurant and there's too many things and you don't know what you want.
Paralysis by analysis.
So you freak out and you don't know what you want to order and you're like, I don't know. And then my daughter usually will go, well, what's your favorite? And it's always like her favorite go-to question, which is probably like the one, if you're a server or anything like that, let me know. Please let me know in the comments or reach out to us. What is the one question that you probably get the most of that you probably dislike? I'm pretty sure that's one of them.
What's your favorite? No, I would think that would be, look, if you're a server, I would like to think that you're a server because you like that job.
Yeah.
And you're a hospitable person, so you're in hospitality. So I feel like that would be, a way to show your customer that, you know the menu.
Yes.
And stuff
and
like
you
that.
should. And I usually, I think I kind of would turn it when I was a waiter, I would turn it as these are the most populars because I don't know what kind of food you like. So I kind of would be like, these are the most popular ones. I like these. Then I usually kind of go that route to go with it. But when I have menu anxiety or more, not even menu anxiety, it's just like, well, none of us know what we want to eat. And you're like, well, what do you want to eat for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Our number one place that we go to, we have two places that we go to that are like around my house where I live. We'll either go to Junior's Pizza, just because usually when we have this situation, it's on a Friday or Saturday, and they have like a large pie with wings and a 2-liter bottle of soda for like a certain amount. That's like it, and we can basically order it, and by the time I get there, it's already done, and I can come back. Right. And then the other one that I do is the same one as Vietnam's. I pretty much never go wrong. Yes.
I love their packaging for takeout. Yes. I just want to give them a big nod for that.
I love good packaging. That is definitely one of them. Their service is great.
Your packaging is the best.
Thanks.
That is the way he wraps those T-shirts. It's the cutest. You guys need to order a shirt.
But to me, that's like one. I love using the app. I love ordering. And then all of a sudden they say like soon as possible. By the time I get there delivery wise, like, do you have any places like that? Like that, that kind of like, and I know you don't usually eat at the same place consistently.
I just have to, I have places that I would go to. Most of them are pizza places, so it's a box, and then it goes into the oven because the box kills the crust. So
wait. So let's talk about that. So when you get a pizza, You go pizza, like you pick up for like, hey, I'm going to go pick up a pie.
Yeah, wherever.
What's your, so you don't just bring it home and just start eating it? You
I might, but that's not ideal
What
because
do
then
you
I
usually
can't really
do?
tell the crust because the box will kill the crust. The box kills the crust. It's just like people who put fresh bread in a plastic bag. Fresh bread needs to go in a paper bag because the plastic will kill the crust.
Which is why Jeff's Bagel Run uses paper bags.
It's very smart.
And you're supposed to.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very smart. Plastic is for later when you cut them and freeze them. That's great. But when it's fresh, it needs to go in paper. And when I get things at the Publix bakery, which I will sometimes if I see like a fresh boule or something like that, and they have it in plastic, like if they don't, I'll ask them for paper. And if they don't have it, I will legit take it out of the bag and put it in one of those paper bags that they keep by the...
Yeah. By the registers?
Yeah, like for the people who want the paper bag option, I will go get one of those bags and then I'll just let them scan the plastic bag. Like they'll make me a label.
That's great.
It'll ruin it. Bread is love. You don't want to suffocate love with cellophane. It's terrible.
Bread is love. That is for sure. So for pizza, what is it? What is it? Like what's the
My
home
pizza
routine?
order?
No, what's your home routine? Like when you go home, maybe you're eating a slice, maybe there's a road slice, maybe there's a slice
No, there's
while
no
you're
road
waiting.
slice usually.
But you're
Have I
putting
ever
it in
done
the
that?
oven.
I have done that though.
How long are you
I'm not
putting it
gonna
in
say
the
I haven't
oven
eaten
for?
Pizza while driving because I have. Fairly recently, actually, I can remember. It depends on the slice. If it's like a grandma slice, it'll go in there longer than like a New York slice,
Yeah.
which is thinner crust.
So what, like 350,
and I have
15
like
minutes?
a special. I have pizza steels, and then I have a special,
Pizza stone thing?
not a stone, a steel.
Oh, steel. What's that?
It's a steel instead of a stone. It's hotter and it keeps the oven hotter.
Okay.
I did a whole story about it. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
So we can share it.
Yes. Pizza steels, definitely. But I also have like a tray that has holes at the bottom and it's made for reheating pizza slice. So I'll throw something on there. I'll throw a slice or two on there. I like the crust crispy. So I want to crisp it back up.
It's funny because you do it that way. When I do want to reheat it, well, usually the way I reheat it, not from the pizza place
On the pan,
I usually do like a cast iron, and I do
That's
cast
another,
iron.
Yeah, it's another
But
great
I
way of
usually
doing
will
it.
do that, like if I want to reheat it for like make it nice and warm, and it's not like breakfast pizza or
That's
whatever.
good when it's like one slice, but if you're
Correct.
heating it for a few people,
got to put it in the oven.
It's not practical.
Yeah. No,
so,
I get it.
So for the oven, so yes,
I love it. Okay. And then do you do any other like that? Like sometimes we'll do.
I'll heat if my daughter likes garlic knots, so I will put the garlic knots back in the oven and make those hot again. If she also likes fried calamari, so that again, the crispiness, it's fried.
Yeah, you can't.
So you got to put it back in the oven. It crisps right back up.
Air fryer? You have air fryer?
I do, but the thing about the air fryer is like, where am I going to put this freaking air fryer? Like, I mean, look, I'm literally looking at Biggie's kitchen. He has a lot of counter space, but like every single square inch of space is
Correct.
used.
Correct.
And that's everybody's kitchen.
Yeah.
No matter what your thing is. I don't want my air fryer in the house. So I've used my air fryer once.
What do you keep it in the garage? You put it in the garage. You're like, oh, I need the air fryer.
My
Pick it out of
dad
the garage.
bought it for me. I love you, Daddy. Thank you for the air fryer. But he knows it's just too big and too much. It's too much real estate.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to use it.
I got you.
I don't even have a toaster oven anymore. I have a regular toaster that I take in and out of the cabinet because I just don't want to look at it.
No, that was our big thing. We had a toaster oven as well, and then it just took too much space. And
I
that's
like toaster ovens. I used them for a very long time, but now I just use the oven.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got you. No, that makes total sense. Other foods and so like in the process of in the future, do you see any other, aside from drone, do you see any other ways of how people are going to be delivering, or how we get lazier and they bring us food?
I'm a Star Trek fan, so I am pulling for the replicator. I'm pulling for no delivery. I'm pulling for tea Earl Grey hot. That's what I'm pulling for. I want a replicator.
It'll be some app or something that you can hit the button, or you're watching TV and you hit the button and it automatically just replicates it and you can eat it right there.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
That would be
That's what I want. I want a replicator. I want to be able to. But wait, no, with that, well, everything. Oh, you know what though? I mean, I guess you'd have to be in space, because a replicator would be bad for business. except if you make replicators.
Oh, because obviously you're replicating it. You're not actually eating that one per se.
Well, you wouldn't have to go to a restaurant.
But you'd have to buy it. That would be the way the replicator would make money.
Yeah, you'd have to buy the replicator. So
no, you'd have to. No, there'd be a replicator. Yeah, you'd have to buy a replicator.
Maybe
but
you'd
then
have to program the replicator,
and purchase it, buy it.
I'd have to now purchase the replicator formula for Soto.
Yes.
And every single time that I said, computer, make me a Detroit Rob City.
Yeah.
Like Rob Bear would make some money.
Yeah.
Like he'd get
something.
He'd get $1 or $2 for every time I replicated a pizza, plus the cost of buying the formula.
So
it would be a subscription, maybe.
Yes, a subscription service. I like that. That would be the new form of streaming because everyone that cut the cable.
Oh my God, people
streaming.
would never it would just, the world would be Wall-E. Everybody would just be a manatee.
Yes.
Nobody would ever leave. Nobody
Correct.
would get up. It would be bad.
Is there anything, since we're talking delivery and anything like that, is there anything any foods that you're like, okay, I can do delivery, since we kind of talked about pho being one of them.
I like going out to restaurants.
I do too. Do too. But sometimes you don't, but you also.
No, not every day. I mean, especially not me.
But you also, here's the hard part. Like for you eat out so much, but you don't, how often are you eating? Let's talk about that. How often are you actually eating inside the restaurant?
Mostly.
Versus actually eating in your car.
Mostly I'm eating inside the restaurant.
Okay. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of eating. I don't have a problem eating by myself. So I don't have a problem. You know what I mean? Like I see some people, sometimes they'll go drive through and then they'll just park the car and eat in the car.
Oh no, I would go in.
I'm like, I'm going to eat inside the car.
No, I'll bring a book. The first time that I was going to go to Ramen, which by the way is very good. I was so excited to go there. I had a new book. I was just going to go there and eat dinner leisurely. There was like a line around the building and I was like, damn. And I went home because I didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
And I went back another time.
Where's is it Cure Ramen you said?
Cure Ramen. Yeah, it's over by UCF.
Okay.
It's like where World of Beer used to be.
Okay.
By Ice and Bites.
Got it.
It's by Ice and Bites. Super cute place.
That plaza is an interesting plaza because that one rotates so many different. Originally, wasn't there like a payway in there?
There was a payway in there, and then there was is Mamak still there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I can't remember.
I don't go enough in that.
Just shopping centers become like the backgrounds of cartoons after a while. Like it's just.
It's just constantly, and you're like, oh, and unless you're looking for something, and then you're like, oh, I thought that was there, and then you're like, oh no, it's not. Now it's something else.
Yeah, that's a bummer when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I posted a thing online the other day that sweet tomatoes came back. I don't know if it's a soup plantation or sweet tomatoes. They're essentially the same thing, depending on where you go. It's like Girl Scout cookies. But it went out of business during COVID, which was crushing. There's a chain that I like and I liked because sweet tomatoes, people are like, oh, cafeteria style mass produced food. Like, yeah, I guess maybe the hot stuff is like that, but the salad bar is kick ass.
Yeah, salad bar's good.
I love it. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I missed it because it was a good, I wish that there was one closer to me, but I used to go to the one in Altamont when my kids were little.
Yeah, because that was that one, and then there's the one on Colonial.
Yeah. And
that was in a shady looking next to a movie theater.
It was in, there's like a library over there, right?
Yep.
And they closed, and I was like, that's a bummer because that's one of the chains that I really liked. And so it came back, and it opened in Arizona last week. So it would be cool. Just saying.
What was your favorite thing to have there?
I would just salad. I would salad. Yeah. I mean, I would probably get a little bit of chicken noodle soup when I was there, but really mostly I just loved that salad bar.
They did have a good salad bar.
Yeah. I would just pile that thing up.
I used to like the salad bar at Sonny's because I don't know why. I used to like their salad bar back in the day.
I don't know.
But I don't
Nothing like sweet tomatoes. It was great. Chickpeas. They had like the salady pre-mixed mayonnaise salads for the people who like them. And I used to just, my guilty pleasure, I like the beets. I like the sunflower seeds and the chickpeas. I could pick 2 different dressings.
Didn't they have also those cold metal plates? Did they? Or did they have regular cold plates?
No, they had regular plates. They weren't always cold because the place was so popular. They would come back hot. But it's okay. I'm a little bit more okay with salad cooling down a hot plate. This is the restaurant being raised by the restaurant guy in me. Do not put hot food on a cold plate. It's just the worst. That would be my one big tip to restaurants. Do not put my hot steak on a freezing cold plate.
No.
No bueno.
Yeah, don't do it.
Pet peeve.
I'm trying to think of something.
I heat my plates at home.
You heat them?
I do.
How
I'll
do you
pour
heat
it depends. Sometimes I'll put them in the oven for a little bit. If I'm making pasta, I'll pour some of the boiling pasta water into the bowls and just let it sit in there to heat the bowl up.
I'm going to try this.
I don't want to put cold again. Why am I going to put warm pasta and warm sauce in an ice cold bowl?
I mean, ice cold bowl. I mean, unless I had it in the fridge, but if I had it in my
everybody's house is air conditioned.
Yeah,
those bowls
true.
are cold.
This is I'm very intrigued now on the whole idea of how. So you warm your bowls and your plates when you
most
cook
of the time.
Most of the time.
If I'm serving something even to myself, because I don't want, if I have to if I have to get up and go do something, I don't want to come back and have my food be freezing.
Would you say that helps with the fact of not having to reheat your food? Like reheat, you know, sometimes you have to you're like when you make dinner and then you have you go and you have to you serve it and you're like, oh, we'll put it back in the microwave for 2 minutes. Is that part of the reason because the plate is not hot?
Last week, I actually heated a plate in the microwave by putting water in the plate and then just putting it in the microwave for a minute.
I'm going to try this. You can
do it that way too. If you don't have
time.
hot pasta water, you can put water in the bowl, then put the bowl in the microwave, heat the water.
My wife will think I'm crazy, but I want to do this because if it enhances my flavor of my eating,
well, it just doesn't. If you make scrambled eggs, right? A cold plate's going to suck the heat out of those in 4 seconds.
I love this.
Did you ever make tacos or something, seared chicken tacos or something, or shrimp, right? And you've got a lot to cook before you serve it. I have metal bowls and I'll put the oven on low. And as I'm cooking the food, I put the warm things in that warm oven so that the first batch of chicken
stays warm
while I'm cooking the second batch.
That's kind of what I do when I make pancakes for a lot of people or things like that.
I do it for pancakes too.
I do the same
There's
thing.
There's a pancake plate in the oven. Keeps them warm.
And I just I just make pancakes, throw pancakes in there. Make pancakes, throw pancakes in there.
Exactly. So same principle.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah, because a pancake, if you put that on a cold plate, it is going to get icy. I mean, the one good thing is I guess the bottom pancake suffers and you can put the other ones on top of that one. But why? Scrambled eggs will go icy.
I like this. Any other food tips or things that you do that
follow me for more?
Yeah, follow. Influence.
I don't know. No, not off the back.
Not off the top of your head. Okay.
I love my coffee frother.
I do. Coffee frother is a must. That's something we give all our friends.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
Do you use it?
Soy milk.
Do you use it to froth? Do you actually use it to froth, or do you use it to mix everything together, or a mixture of both?
No, I use it every morning to froth my soy milk. That's it's just one of those things.
So you froth the soy milk and then pour your coffee in?
Correct.
Okay.
Down the side of the cup, and the froth stays there. And sometimes I put a little heart on top.
You're going high tech now.
It's not. Well, that's when it's for my boyfriend.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I think he started that ritual.
Really?
I think that he was the first person to put the heart in the coffee froth.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
We have a coffee frother. When you drink coffee, do you obviously
doesn't look like a coffee house heart, by the way.
No, it's the thought that counts.
It is.
You really at least, because we had a conversation with one of my friends, and my friends thought I was kind of crazy because I was like, when I make coffee, if I go somewhere to make a coffee or in my own house, I always pour creamer first. Mostly because my mugs, I already know, vision, kind of like when you can spot eye it. So you're like, okay, this is how much creamer I usually use. And then I froth it a little bit, and then I pour my coffee in, and I froth it, and I mix it again. So that way my creamer and my coffee all get together. And I told some of my friends that, and some of my friends were like, why would you do that? Why don't you just pour the coffee first and then put the cream? And
you have to, if you're going to froth the cream, I mean, at least for me, you have to froth the cream first.
Correct. But if you don't froth it.
In my case, like I said, soy milk froths the best. You can't froth oat milk. It won't. Or coconut milk. Mm-mm. Soy milk is the only one that'll do it.
I use my frother to mix everything when we make coffee. So either regardless if I froth it or not froth it, I'm like still dropping that thing in there.
I keep instant Bustelo in my house My mom will sometimes be like, I want instant, and I always make coffee, but she likes that. And
does she make a café con leche for her then?
I've done that with
That's
the frother.
how my parents. That's how my parents
I've
make
done
it.
that with the frother. And
My
she was
parents.
Like, this is so good.
My parents make. That's how they make. That's how they make when they want a café con leche. They're like, well, I'm just gonna warm up the milk. Yep. You know, is that one of those cases where you would warm up the mug as well?
Well, when I'm warming, I would probably warm up the milk in the microwave, so it would just warm up, so I don't have to do it.
I like this.
Yeah,
this is interesting. Interesting. I've never thought of that. I never thought of the pizza, mostly because by the time I get it, I'm already hangry, and I just feed me, damn it.
Well, there's a lot of things like if you don't like, there are certain things you can heat up in a microwave, but a lot of things suck if you heat them in a microwave.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
So that when you're not heating it in a microwave, the plate doesn't get hot. So then you're heating up your soup in a pot on the stove. You don't want to put your soup in a freezing cold bowl.
Okay.
I mean, maybe if you make the soup too hot, then it would serve a purpose. But
but I like the idea. I like the idea of the using the, especially if you're having pasta, using the water, the pasta water.
Yeah, because you're going
to use it anyhow. Even if you just did like a little, as you do the pour over, you just pour it on the bowls, whatever. And
because a lot of times you'll reuse the pasta water if you're tossing it with sauce or something.
Because you want to thicken it up.
So there you go. You have your reservoir it heats the bowl, and then you can use the water when you're,
I'm going to try that next time, because I do that. I do usually grab like a cup or something and try to so I have it left over. But next time I'm just going to do a pour into each bowl, so that way it kind of has it.
And you got to let it sit there for a minute while you're doing your other things, and the bowls heat up.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I like this idea. I never would have thought of this. And, to think it kind of went from leading us from the drone situation of transportation and reheating and all of those different things that we've kind of gone to all the way to.
I will say this, the cookie was nice and warm. That came in that drone delivery, and because it's like 107 degrees out.
Yes. That foot-long cookie definitely was warm. The
sub was not unduly warm. I think it was a very good temperature.
It still was a good temperature. It was definitely an experience. I think it's very cool from, at least from my understanding, what you told me, 4 cities.
Yes.
I think is what it was.
It was Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, and Orlando.
Yeah.
We're so lucky.
It's an interesting concept. I don't know. I'd love to see where it goes and where it heads. Because I think I know Amazon at one point is working on some form of Amazon drone delivery.
Drone army.
Yeah.
Drone Air Force.
Yeah. They're going to basically fly around and drop stuff. And
well, I mean, I don't think this is imminent, but who knows what the future holds.
Yeah. You never know.
It holds hot pasta bowls for you though.
I do. The pasta bowl. That's a game changer for me. And I am going to try. I will try the reheating of the pizza from the box, even though I'm glad it's a box, because instead of a paper or cardboard box, versus it being some kind of plastic.
Look, I think that there have been a lot of people who have tried to design boxes that keep the crust crisp, but nobody has come up with it yet.
Well, the killer of the food, which is the only way that you can do it, is the styrofoam. That styrofoam one that steams all your.
Well, so does the pizza box. It doesn't matter though, because it's fine. You just put it in the oven. Some people don't mind
waiting another 15 minutes.
No, some people don't mind just eating it out of the box. Without reheating it.
I was like,
I like it. I
have
it
a
crispy.
problem waiting another 10, 15 minutes. At that point,
that depends. But I'm not a big styrofoam fan. I've been noticing a lot of places have been using much more earth-friendly.
I have as well.
Packaging and utensils that are compostable and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Which I think we're going to see more and more of. I
hope so.
Yeah. I definitely think that's something that we'll see more and more of.
And we'll pay for it. So it's just another thing that people are going to have to get used to paying for when they pony up to eat out.
Correct.
Because the costs have to get, these people have to make money.
Yeah. I think that's something that we forget when you're, I think people forget it. I think it's just kind of, it is a hard situation because it's like costs are going up. So then it's like, when everyone's like, well, I still want to pay. But I mean, I was away for the weekend and I felt like every time we went out to eat anything, I spent like $100 for the three of us.
Yeah, it's preposterous.
And I'm just like,
sometimes,
how is this possible?
But it is what it,
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Air conditioning, insurance.
I can't
paying your
imagine.
Employees buying compostable forks.
Yeah, because now you're paying extra for like the stuff that's this is recycled, and you're like, yeah, trying to be earth conscious. Yeah, I can't imagine. I definitely think we should have. I want to have an episode. I would love to have an episode where it's like a round table.
That would be the best.
A round table.
Let's educate people.
Yes, or
this
even
is the cost. We'll just call it the cost of doing business.
Yes, we get. And I think that's something we should. I want to put it on our notes for us to do. I would love to do it. Heck, I'd almost love to do it where, even if we went the route of where it wasn't a round table where I had all of them, but we went to we went to a few business owners. And we even disguise their voices, or if they wanted to be their voices disguised.
Like I know. I've done stories on multiple things. The one that I always think of the most is the Primrose hot dog.
Yeah.
Where everybody complained about the price. And we talked to several people, including Matt Hinckley, who knows how to make a hot dog and what goes into it. And that's what it called. Like he even said, he's like, I doubt they even make money on that thing.
And I think it's a lot of times is because of the fact that they're like, well, I could get hot dogs at the supermarket.
Well,
I'm like,
you can get anything at the supermarket. Then you have to cook it yourself. Yeah. And, and then it's not this hot dog. So you certainly can.
Correct.
Go do it. But even McDonald's now, I mean, I guess they have their dollar menu, but even when you go to McDonald's, people were writing to me and they said, I go to McDonald's, a lunch I used to get that was like $6, $7. It's like $12, $13 now.
Yeah.
Because costs are going up.
Yeah.
Gas goes up, getting the food to the place to be cooked. There's fuel surcharges for, delivering to the rest of us. It's so many costs. People don't know.
And this is why they're doing drones.
Do you have a liquor license? That's like having a mortgage.
Yeah, that's a whole different animal in itself, isn't it? If you have that. Food and wine and beer and or even liquor. Liquor's another animal, right?
Like I said, it's like having a mortgage.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel and I that's why when everyone ever jokes around and says, "Oh, you're going to open a sandwich shop?" and I'm going to be like, "No." I'm like, I don't even think I want to open a regular shop. I was like, just because I'm like, I'd rather sell online and do other ways I do it. Cause I'm like, it's expensive to the rent, everything, all those things that kind of go into it. I mean, it is insane when I see pop-ups becoming brick and mortars. You're like, and then you're like, I've talked to some and like, even that were food trucks. And the big thing that they always talk about is like, oh, well, there's so much more cost. The fact that I'm not going to the people, their people now have to come to me.
We have 8 investors.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a different animal, man. It's definitely something that we, so if you're going to go eat out and you want Uber Eats, then yes, but just kind of have a little bit of, I guess, empathy, especially if the food did not come out as like you wanted it to, because you could have just gotten up and gotten there and gotten the food yourself. You got anything else you want to share before we close up?
Support local.
Support go local. Eat. And I promise you, next time Amy Drew comes to my house, I'm going to make her a sandwich, because nothing worse than being told I did not make her a sandwich. We did have a sandwich, at least. So I can at least say we did partake in a sandwich in my house.
True.
All right. Thanks so much for being on,
thanks for listening.
Yes. Thanks for another episode. Definitely keep listening, subscribe, tell your friends, share. If you got topics, send it our way. We are definitely, we're having a blast doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. Hopefully you're getting something out of it. Hopefully you're meeting and going to new places.
We want to hear about it. Send us your recommendations, because I'm always looking for the next great thing I'm going to eat.
Yes. And we definitely, one of the things we want to try out is going to some places and eating out. So you may not see some of these will just be straight audio instead of audio and video.
We will be on location.
Yes. That's kind of the theory next. So we're going to try out a few things, kind of play out as we in our beginning phases here of our first season together of Let's Eat Orlando. But thank you so much for listening to Amy Drew and me, Biggie. Until next time.
See ya.